There will be 4 cadets in what is known as a color guard detail. However, color guard details follow different procedures than a normal detail. The 4 cadets will fall in immediately into column formation, one single element 20 inches in between each of them. The first cadet is the front halyardsman, which guides the detail in marching. They conduct directional movements at their discretion, and the rest of the detail must follow suit. The second cadet is the American flag bearer, who will have the triangular folded American flag crossed in their chest, right over left, fists clenched. The third cadet is the secondary flag bearer, who will have the palmilla or other type of flag square folded, same hold. The final cadet is the rear halyardsman. They command the color guard detail for stationary movements and to transition from stationary movements to dynamic movements, and vice versa. Detail is fallen in. Now the rear halyardsman will command the detail forward march. At this time, the guard will march forward with no arm swing at 60 beats per minute. The guard will take the most direct route to the center of the flagpole, following the movements of the front halyardsman. When the guard arrives at the flagpole, the detail will roll into a mark time at the discretion of the front halyardsman, 2 paces away from the flagpole and centered. The rear halyardsman will then command color guard halt. The next beat after the halt, the color guard will execute a left face, immediately followed by the halyardsman marching 2 steps forward, halting, and executing a facing movement to face the flagpole. Then they take 2 more steps forward. The front halyardsman will unhook the halyards, look up sharply to untangle the halyards, and snap out the halyard without clips to the rear halyardsman. Both halyardsmen will hold the halyards with fists clenched 4 inches from their chest, right fist over left, and forearms parallel to the ground. They will automatically and simultaneously take 2 steps backwards. Each step is to be taken with the left foot. When the halyards form a triangle with the bottom side parallel to the ground, the clips will be lowered. Hands will move synchronously until the top clip is immediately above the front halyardsman's fists. The color guard will wait here until the sound Reveille command is given. At the first note of Reveille, the American flag bearer will perform a half right face, march to the front halyardsman, perform a half left face, and connect the American flag to the halyard. The American flag bearer will first connect the top halyard and then move to the second one. Once the American flag is secure, the American flag bearer will execute a left face, 1 pace forward, 2 left steps, and a right face to return to their original position. Then the secondary flag bearer will take 1 pace forward, execute a half right face, march to the front halyardsman, and execute a half left face, and then connect the palmilla flag, or other secondary flag. Following the same procedure as the American flag, the secondary flag bearer will first connect the top clip and then the bottom clip. Once the flag is secure, the secondary flag bearer will execute a left face, 2 paces forward, 2 left steps, then a right face to return to their original position. At this point, 2 the colors will begin to play. At the sound of the first note, the rear halyardsman will command, present arms. Then the halyardsman will immediately raise the 2 flags as fast as they can until the flags hit the top of the flagpole. They will hold their position there until the song completes. Once the song is over, the rear halyardsman will command order arms. As soon as this is complete, the halyardsman will then proceed to secure the halyards. The halyardsmen follow the same procedure as earlier, but in reverse. The front halyardsman will then ensure that the flag is all the way to the top of the flagpole, and then secure the halyards. At this point, the halyardsmen will then follow the same procedure to get back to their original formation. Once the halyards are secured, both halyardsmen will simultaneously drop both arms and come to attention. Take 2 steps backward, both with the left foot, executing facing movements towards the flag bearers. Take 2 more steps forward. On the next beat, the halyardsmen will execute a left face, and the flag bearers will execute a right face. The rear halyardsmen will then command forward march. The color guard will march around the flagpole to ensure the color guard stays the same. The front halyardsmen will guide the detail the most direct route away from the flagpole, now at 120 beats per minute, still no arm swing. Then the rear halyardsmen will command color guard halt, followed by fallout. Now the rear halyardsmen will command the detail forward march. At this time, the guard will march forward with no arm swing at 120 beats per minute. They will take the most direct route to the flag, and when the guard arrives at the flagpole, the detail will roll into a mark time at the discretion of the front halyardsmen, 2 paces away from the flagpole and centered. The rear halyardsmen will then command color guard halt. The next beat after halt, the color guard will execute a left face, immediately followed by the halyardsmen marching 2 steps forward, halting, executing a facing movement to face the flagpole, and taking 2 more steps forward. The front halyardsmen will unhook the halyards, look up sharply to untangle the halyards, and snap out the halyard without the clips to the rear halyardsmen. Both halyardsmen will hold the halyards with fists 4 inches from their chests, right fist over left, and forearms parallel to the ground. They will automatically and simultaneously take 2 steps backward. Each step is to be taken with the left foot. When the halyards form a triangle with the bottom side parallel to the ground, the clips are ready to be lowered. The color guard will now wait until the national anthem is played. On the first note of the national anthem, the rear halyardsmen will command present arms. Both flag bearers will then go to present arms, and the flags will be lowered slowly, such that the flags reach a point just before they touch the halyardsmen's hands on the last note of the national anthem. The rear halyardsmen will then command order arms. Both flag bearers will then go to order arms. At this time, the secondary flag bearer will take 1 step forward, execute a half right face, march to the Palmilla flag, perform a half left face, and bundle the flag to his or her chest. The flag bearer will unhook the flag in reverse order of Reveille, starting with the bottom clip, then moving to the top clip. The secondary flag bearer will bundle the flag into his or her chest with their arms crossed right over left and fist clench. They will then perform a left face, 2 paces forward, 2 left steps, and a right face to return to their original position. Once the secondary flag bearer is back in position, the American flag bearer will execute a half right face, march to the flag, perform a half left face, bundle up the flag, and hold it the same as the secondary flag bearer. Again, the flag bearer will undo the flag in reverse of Reveille, starting with the bottom clip and moving to the top clip. The American flag bearer will then execute a left face, 1 pace forward, 2 left steps, and a right face to return to their original position. At this point, the halyardsmen will quickly raise the clips back up to the top and take 2 steps inward and secure the halyards in the same manner as Reveille. The halyardsmen will then take 2 steps backward, left foot first each time. The halyardsmen will execute a facing movement so that they are facing the flag bearers. At this time, the secondary flag bearer will perform a half left face, the American flag bearer will perform a left face, the rear halyardsman will perform a half left face, and the front halyardsman will perform a half right face. All of these movements take place at the same time. The secondary flag bearer will then march to the rear halyardsman and press the Palmilla flag into his chest. The rear halyardsman will then hold the palmilla flag to his chest with his fists clenched, arms right over left. The secondary flag bearer will then perform an about face and march back to his original position and execute a half left face in order to face the American flag bearer. At the same time, the front halyardsman will use the proper facing movements to march one pace in front of and one pace to the right of the American flag bearer. The secondary flag bearer will march to the American flag bearer and grab the non-Union side of the flag. The Union should be in the American flag bearer's left hand. The front halyardsman will sidestep to stay centered between the American flag bearer and the secondary flag bearer. When the American flag is grasped by the secondary flag bearer, the front halyardsman will raise their hands as the flag is being extended. The secondary flag bearer will march backward until the flag is tight. The front halyardsman will remain centered with his or her hands under the flag to ensure it does not touch the ground. The American and secondary flag bearers will fluff the colors 3 times and close the flag long ways on the 3rd time. The front halyardsman will inspect the flag at this time, making sure the edges and seams are in line to prevent bleeding. Bleeding is when red parts of the American flag show in the triangular fold. At this point, the secondary flag bearer will fold the flag properly so that only the Union shows. The front halyardsman will assist as necessary to ensure a perfect fold for the symbol of our United States of America. The steps to complete the triangular fold are the cheater fold, where 2 to 3 inches of the rectangular flap on the edge without the Union are folded up, then a right corner upward at a 45-degree angle fold, ensuring the seams are in line. After this, a normal rectangular fold upward, ensuring the seams are in line, then the left corner upward at a 45-degree angle, ensuring the seams are in line. Then a normal rectangular upward fold, again ensuring the seams are in line. Repeat these folds until you have a 2 to 3 inch gap along one of the legs of the triangular fold. Again, the whole time ensuring that the seams are in line. As soon as you can only see part of the Union, you will then the American flag bearer will then tuck the flap into the respective opening, ensuring that no bleeding occurs. Once the fold is complete, the front halyardsman will slap the hands of both flag bearers. As soon as the slap is registered, the secondary flag bearer will press the American flag into the American flag bearer's chest. The American flag bearer will then hold the flag to their chest with fists clenched and arms crossed right over left. The American flag bearer will now not march backward, nor will they perform an about face. The American flag bearer will then execute a right face, and the secondary flag bearer and front halyardsman will execute an about face at the same time. The front halyardsman will perform a half right face, march back to his original position, and execute an about face. The secondary flag bearer will perform a half right face and march to the rear halyardsman. The two will then fold the palmilla flag properly into a square. The secondary flag bearer will now march backward until the flag is tight. The secondary flag bearer and rear halyardsman will fluff the colors 3 times and close the flag long ways on the 3rd time. It is on the rear halyardsman to make sure the edges and seams are in line after the 2 fluffs as they fold the flag. They will do this fold an additional time. At this point, the secondary flag bearer will march toward the rear halyardsman, while the rear halyardsman will grab the end and seams, and the secondary flag bearer will then reach down, bending at the waist and not at the back, and bring the flag up. The secondary flag bearer will repeat this movement a second time. The secondary flag bearer will slap the hands, and the rear halyardsman will secure the palmilla flag into the secondary flag bearer's chest. The secondary flag bearer will then hold the flag to their chest with fists clenched, arms crossed right over left. The secondary flag bearer will then execute a half left face, 2 left steps, a right face, and 2 right steps to return to his original position. When the secondary flag bearer is in position, the halyardsmen will simultaneously make opposite half-facing movements to face the flag bearers perpendicularly. The halyardsmen will then immediately take 2 paces forward. All members will synchronously execute proper facing movements to be facing in a single column in the same fashion as they entered the flagpole area. At this time, the rear halyardsman will command forward march. The front halyardsman will guide the detail the most direct route away from the flagpole, now at 60 beats per minute, still with no arm swing. Once the marching away from the flagpole is complete, the rear halyardsman will command color guard halt. He will then command color guard fall out. At this time, the retreat is complete.